This man had an extraordinary sense of hearing. Just as the dealer was about to open the dice, he decisively placed his chips on the table. A 150 to 1 odds bet paid off for him. He then moved on to a bigger game. This man needed to win $4 million with the $20 he had in his hand. Within an hour, only then would he be eligible to participate in the final game. However, all his actions were under the casino's surveillance. The cards in his hand were analyzed by a computer, and the results were communicated to the dealer. But the outcome was unexpected. He had already known he was being monitored, so when looking at the cards, he placed a toothpick on them. This made the computer's analysis less accurate. Such actions enraged the casino manager. Soon, he won over $10,000. Then, he arrogantly blew a kiss at the computer. To suppress this man, the casino sent a man with special abilities. At that moment, Mr. Lu's younger brother also appeared. He was also a man with special abilities. Both of their eyes could unconsciously draw others into a trance. Mr. Joe was already affected after being looked at by the other man. It was only after his brother called out to him that he gradually came to his senses. At that moment, Mr. Joe finally realized the other man's power. He knew that the man's abilities were on par with his own. If he wanted to deal with him, then he and his brother would have to use a different method. The game continued. Mr. Joe could see through the dice, and Mr. Lu could hear the order of the dice. Both of them knew what to do in this round. However, what troubled them was another person. That man also had special abilities, so he must have known the order of the dice as well. Additionally, there was a red button under the gambling table. If the dealer touched the button, the dice would change. So Mr. Joe used his special ability to sabotage the power supply without anyone noticing. Then Mr. Lu placed his chips on the table. The casino owner signaled that this round would eliminate them. Just as the dealer touched the button, the wire suddenly snapped, causing him to fall to the ground and die. Now, without the dealer's interference, the dice could not be manipulated to change their order. So this man used his special ability. However, this action couldn't escape the gap between the two of them. So Mr. Joe also used his special ability. The two of them continued to stalemate. The dice kept spinning under their control. This scene piqued the curiosity of everyone in the casino. Finally, Mr. Joe used his ultimate technique to shatter all three dice. Such dice were equivalent to the smallest card face. He thought he had won this round. However, the casino declared the round invalid. To win $3 million within the limited time, after discussing, the two decided to split up. The goal was to escape the other man's harassment. The two brothers ran in different directions simultaneously. Even if the man was powerful, he could only distract one person. The two moved back and forth within the casino. Finally, Mr. Joe successfully attracted the opponent's attention. As the final time approached, Mr. Joe pulled out several packs of cigarettes from his clothes and threw them on the gambling table. The man realized he had been deceived upon seeing the situation. When he looked downstairs, Mr. Lu had already won $13 million with his chips. As the man turned around, Mr. Joe used his special ability to trap him in the environment. At that moment, Mr. Lu downstairs had already won the round. The man gradually came to his senses. However, Mr. Lu already held $2 million in his hands, and the man was mercilessly mocked by Mr. Joe.